What's up? Your boy's back looking good, baby. What up, peeps? It's your boy Hoot, aka Captain Beef, aka Mr. Fabulous. I'm back. I'm fucking back. It's heavy session. This is a Puma turtleneck with a hood, with the helm of destiny. You guys aren't ready for this shit. Hold on. What's up? Yeah, I'm a fucking athlete. Now you know, because advanced hoodie tech. I'm sure it's for extreme weather, but not very functional in the gym. Fucking looks great though. Back on the speed bar, back on the dumbbells. You guys are about to see some beastly stuff. So tune in for this session. Session is basically gonna be a little bit of a rip through of some strength power, some, unilateral strength, and then some calisthenic strength. What's up? All right, 355 at trying to be over a meter per second. 9.6, not bad. Let's go. 8, shit. 9.7, let's go. Yeah. All right, guys, it's 395. I need this actually. So, new set. Cool. I'm trying to draw my traps back and not have so much of a jerk and have more of like a really connected set. So, let's center this up. Well, that's fucking heavy. Slow. Slow. All under 0.8. 0.73s. But it's 400 pounds. I mean, last year, 2 years ago, before I set the world record in Barcelona, I was doing 4:05 for really fast, but I was using a stopwatch, so can't really say that I was going that fast, but felt fast. No, this is a real machine, so it tested it really well. But the idea is strength at speed rather than just strength is what athletes need. So, cool device. All right, guys, I'm in Tennessee, and if you can guess whose house I'm at, I'll give you a piece of candy. Maybe even some free builder. No, here's the real deal. I'm at Rich Diaz's house, if you can tell by the creepy old art and the old man furniture. No, I'm just giving him shit. It's a beautiful house. It's actually a super beautiful neighborhood. Everything around here is just epic. Big houses, big lawns. So I got a wedding this week, so I dropped into Rich's place early, and what we're gonna do is basically go out for an easy run this afternoon. Tomorrow, we're probably gonna do a VO2 max and some of like the more critical parts of baseline testing at the beginning of the season. If I had to guess, I'm around a 65 to a 69 on the VO2. And hopefully we would test again in May and I'd break 70, 73 maybe. Those are my best numbers I've ever had. I'm gonna crank up the volume a shit ton with a couple other aspects of my training. Should be able to get there. I was there last year, so let's see. We'll see what Rich has to do. He's never nice to me, so it's one of those kind of things where I can't imagine that it's gonna be easy. It's probably gonna be really painful, to be honest. And the biggest goal is basically just to get some info. No expectations, all about info. It's the most important part about preseason is just, can you gain data, do a ton of work, build a base, and then improve upon it. And if you guys don't have like a baseline at the bottom, like that's why we always do time trial tests and house training and stuff. Like you need baseline information. You shouldn't stay away from it. You should have common workouts you do all the time. Rich and I have done VO2 max testing since 2014, so we've got 10 years of data together. He's literally got every single piece of information on me from when I weighed 185 pounds all the way up to 215 pounds. Competing in High Rocks, competing at the CrossFit Games, competing at Spartan Race, competing at TMX. He's got every piece of data on me, every sport that I've ever done. Hopefully he can help me get ready for the Olympics if I make it. Whew. This is gonna be pretty solid. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we're out here in Tennessee. As you can see, it's far more beautiful and lush in California. It's instantly cheaper. Just the air is even easier to breathe in California air. Rich and I have been talking a lot of shit about California. He's a transplant from California. This used to be located in Camarillo, California. And I would drive up. This is 10 years ago. I met him because I found out about his podcast. I drove up from Malibu. We started working together. We've worked together for 10 years now. And now he's relocated here, so I have to, you know, fly across the country. But today, we're gonna do what? VO2 max testing, and then what else?
We're going to map out your future journey.
My future journey.
We're going to identify where your body is now relative to where it's been in the past, and where we need to take it.
Oh.
Right? In order for you to lower the bar on that fucking world championship. We want to see, we want to get in the 52 stratosphere. This 53 stuff ain't working for me.
Yeah, see? Simple plan. Stay tuned.
9.5 miles per hour, 5% grade, 151 beats per minute. Still hovering just below 0.9. Okay, so this is a 6-minute mile pace. 158 beats per minute. VO2 score now 60.6. Coming up on 160. 5% grade. Get up on your forefoot. Get off those heels. $162, $163. VO2 score is going to pop here in a second. There it is, 62.9. $11 miles per hour, 164 beats per minute, 62.9 VO2. It's going to pop again. We're all in now. Completely anaerobic at this point. 67.9. 172 beats per minute. Going to 12 miles per hour. 68.9 VO2. 173 beats per minute. Okay, coming out. Okay, get back in. Get back in. All right. Look at that.
Okay.
Okay, so the computer defaulted to show you aerobic and anaerobic lines.
Yeah.
The green line right now is suggesting where the computer's telling us that you're going anaerobic.
Okay.
It's saying that happened at 123 beats per minute.
I went anaerobic at 123 beats per minute.
Mind
I'm
you,
in terrible shape.
According to what the default is. And so that information is based on this information here, which is called the V-slope. So what you're looking at is these gases are exchanging. So the dominant gas being oxygen initially, and then the carbon dioxide levels chasing it. And as it starts to make a bump, it starts to seal, the computer wants to say, okay, he's going anaerobic. Now, it doesn't mean you're anaerobic, it means that you're going anaerobic. Okay. So in other words, the carbon dioxide production is starting to become greater than, the rate of flow is greater than what the oxygen is doing.
At 123 beats per minute.
Yeah, now, but don't get excited, because I never give that any gravity. Because the other thing you have to take into account is what the respiratory exchange is telling us. So at 0.8, which is where these two lines are kind of floating right now, that's 66.6% fat contribution. Fat burns in the presence of oxygen. If you have the dominant gas is pulling from your fat stores, you're still pretty damned aerobic.
So what heart rate was I at when I was at 8 at that level?
123 beats per minute.
It was 66% fat.
Yeah.
All right, 9. Okay. What heart rate?
So let's go compare apples to apples. So like when we were at 9 before on all the other tests, that's where you're starting to shit the bed.
Okay.
Now it's 151 beats per minute.
Is that better?
It's better.
Yep.
It's better. Well, mind you, for all intents and purposes, what most people would look at this and say is that that's better. Now, from a standpoint of health and fitness, if we're going to call it that, that would be better.
Yeah.
But we found that before, you going anaerobic was not a death sentence. That was you just changing energy systems. That's you going into the anaerobic metabolism and using it effectively.
Yep.
I told you it's because you kind of chill, you know, didn't do much yesterday. I haven't tracked you for the past week or so.
Yeah.
But I would say that you're fairly rested compared to what you were last time I saw you.
Yep.
And so that allowed you to do a little bit more work.
Yep.
And so now if I track it up.
Little does he know that I did 18 hours.
If I track it all the way up to here, now we're 100% contribution of sugar, which means you're absolutely 100% anaerobic.
Yep.
Now you realize that the more carbohydrate you get access to, the more lactate you produce.
Yep.
So at 1, you're turning over, look at this, 1,088 calories. I'm sorry, 1,884 calories are coming from carbohydrate exclusively. Now realize that if it was about energy and you're only going to do this for an hour, you're holding those many carbohydrates available to perform work.
If you do carb loading.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter. So I'm just saying that if you're fed, if you're not depleted, you got enough energy available from carbohydrate at that level of intensity for an hour.
Okay.
Now, if you try to take it to 2.5 hours, that dog won't hunt.
Okay.
So, and that occurred at 162 beats per minute.
That's from all sugar.
Now but realize that when you're racing, you're above that. You're 10, 17, 16 beats above that.
Well, look at that. There's a deer right in your yard. Hey, come back here.
That's how we do. This is country living, brother.
Yeah?
We have deer.
Oh, I'm just making sure. Deer.
And then look at the peak heart rate was 172 beats per minute. And then if I go in here,
we got 69.
If I look to raw data and pull it up, look at there's 68.1. Let's see if I go a little further down.
No, 69. I know I saw on the screen.
Wrong panel. This is the panel here.
I know I saw on the screen 68.9.
I'm 68.1, and I believe you.
Because I want 69, which we roll it up in this circumstance. This GoPro is about to melt. It's hot.
68.1 is what we're showing.
It's 68.9. It's 69.
Now, let's just get out of here for a minute.
I'll come back. Get him, Desi!
I want you to watch the angle of approach. So you're cutting in on the outside edge of your foot. And watch how, after you've done it, watch how your ankle starts to dump in. You get that pronation. It's evident on both sides, but it's more dominant on the right. You see it? So you can see right now, as you're approaching the work, you're overstriding.
Yeah.
Your leg is almost completely extended. And because of that, you've not seen this, you're going to have fun with this, I'm sure you will. You might want to take this in the car with you on your long trip.
Oh, nice.
So try to imagine that this is you.
It's beyond creepy, dude.
I know it is. Look at, you could see like veins and stuff in there. Look at that. Is that nuts?
I'm not going to show this video.
Okay, so look, here's your approach. You're coming in on this angle like this. And so your body's back here, right? And as your body weight starts to approach is when you start to roll in. And then you get over too far, now you're pronating, right? And the problem is that if you went in neutral, if you went in straight away like this, you're activating the muscles in the bottom of your foot, you're tensioning the plantar fascia, and it's stabilizing your mid-arch. So you're not having this rocking action here. Boom, like this, and then the ankle goes straight through, and then you push straight off. So your force production off the ground is considerably better than what it would have been. You're coming late to the party. You've heard me say this before. Boom, boom, boom. That's what you're doing. I want you here and off.
Okay.
Here and off.
All right, we're currently back on running form. He showed me my running form shit, as it usually is, unless I do a lot of work on it. And now we're gonna work on the baby belt.
Okay, ready? Lead with your knees.
What's up, guys? So you just saw me do some VO2 max work and training with Rich. I'll write this out for you guys. We basically had a strength block. We did it this summer, trained very low volume, so that's low volume, high intensity. We are now going into what's called a preseason conditioning block, so pre-volume. My goal basically right now is to do very high volume over the next 12 weeks, and then we are gonna drop and hopefully stay at mid-volume, but basically peak kind of early so that we can get kind of like a micro peak in a competition phase through Vegas. If I can get in 20-hour weeks out of the next 10 weeks, if I can get like 7 of them, I could be almost near that really high peak that I wanted to have. I say it takes about 300 hours worth of training to get close to another world record. I'd be almost there. I'd be in the upper 200s. And things were a little bit slower this season just because I came back, I started training, everything was kind of running me down because I just had taken so much time off. But here's the good takeaways. I set a record for myself, the highest I've ever done with my VO2 max with Rich. My body weight is pretty high right now, which is good because I have a lot of room to come down and keep on gaining fitness as I lose weight naturally. I'm not dieting at all. Like this morning, I already had a humongous shake and I'm gonna go train and I'm gonna keep on cranking up my calories to about 5,000 calories minimum per day. I'm not really caring too much about the macronutrients, but it's usually pretty high in carbohydrates and fats. It was awesome to take you guys through this. You should do some more research. You should look up Rich Diaz if you want any information. You guys know the deal. If you want to learn more about just training in general for sports like this, go to housetraining.com and